So we'll see how he compares, though, to one of the stronger Terrans in the region. As in the bottom left-hand corner, we do have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing his team at PWT, I believe, Power Toxic. It is Elivolts. Yo, now as we get into this, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Amiga, bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Thank you so much to Bond Gameplay in the chat. Gracias, Pep, gracias. Thank you so much. Bond, of course, one of the big names and a big part of the HSL, the Hispanic StarCraft League. Gracias, Pep, gracias. Thank you so much, thank you so much. Hope you had a great stream, hope you had a great ladder session, hope you had a great time. And this morning, in the top right corner, we have the Brazilian Terran player. It is Yan for Team Hellfire. Let's go. Whew. Let us go. But yes, welcome to the Brazilian StarCraft 2 circuit, El Circuito Brasileiro de StarCraft 2. Where we are in the lower brackets. We're here to determine which of these two players is going to be eliminated from the tournament. Our TvT is upon us. Yes, thank you, Ponka. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. I do appreciate it. As we are settling in and calming down. Now, when it comes to this TvT, I think I mentioned last time, it is so unfortunate that Yan got the group that he did. Here in the lower bracket, we usually have some lower tier players, but Yan is the GM. Yan is one of the best Terrans in the region. I would rate him higher than Kamikaze even. Like, Yan is a beast. But he was in the group of death. He was in the same group as like the 3 other big names and heavy hitters in Brazil. So he kind of drew the short end of the stick. Because of that, he actually had a really poor standing out of the group stage, and he has to work his way back up through the lower bracket instead. And we'll see if Elivolts can keep up.
SCVs are getting wrecked.
God damn it. I can't escape Diva, baby. I can't escape it. Ah, no. Yan. Yan. SMH my hedge. So now double gas opener out of Yan. We do have a more economic opener out of Elivolts. You can see Elivolts going for a single gas racks into CC on the low ground, so more economic build from our red Terran player. We'll see if he can get away with that economy. We'll see if Yan can make use of his greater attack and be more aggressive. Reaper does move out. Reaper is deflected. Does turn the natural, but doesn't quite commit in. Behind this reactor to Reaper, Hellion here from Yan. Meanwhile, as you can see, Elivolts still working on his first factory. Remember, this was a faster CC, a greater economic build from Elivolts, so he has less to defend. Less Reapers, less Hellions. The bunker is going to be a big part of the defense here. We'll see if he can hold on to the natural. Likewise, the reactor Reaper can always bypass and go straight into the main. Here we go. How you live with Diva in your ears? God. I mean, people that play with Diva is fine. It's just whenever I try to look at the POV of a player to see what they see, like bam, it's Diva during the cast. Like, god damn it. God damn it. It's very jarring. It's very jarring every time. That's it. We go. Reapers, they bust into the main. They delay the bunker. Yeah, no bunker in the main base. You can see the Reapers have controlled the ramp. They have controlled the production. Headed for the mineral line. 1, 2 SCV kills so far. Getting, oh, almost another Reaper. Almost. Cyclone has arrived with the help of the Cyclone. Elivolts, he should hold. He should be fine. He should be able to hold on. But at a cost of 4 SCVs. Takes out another Reaper. Not bad. But again, 4 SCVs went down. Yan continues with drop play, moving out with his own Cyclone, his own Marines. And Yan, after killing those SCVs, he does take a worker lead. Bearing in mind that his CC was later, by the way. It was a delayed CC, delayed orbital. But Yan has taken that worker lead, that worker advantage. Impressive. So now it's moving out. Dropping into the main. Third CC on the way from Elivolts. Very fast. Elivolts, so greedy. Elivolts going for the faster natural and the much faster third base. Elivolts does pull away. Does pull away. Yan rotating over towards the right hand side, now getting his own CC. Building up his bio tank. Oh. Drop is deflected. Oh. Nicely done here by Elivolts. He's holding on. My biggest concern though, when we get into this, even though we have a third CC on the way for Elivolts, is the worker count. Elivolts, he has been missing SCV production cycles. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, as you can see here, he's not making SCVs. He's stuck at 30 workers, just now starting SCVs again. But slipping up with your macro here, I mean, it does add up. And is a big part, I mean, it's something that we can't quite afford in this level of play. Against this level of an opponent. I'm sure that's also partly why Yan was able to take a worker advantage so early, so quickly as well. Which I was surprised by. As Elivolts trying to play catch up. Working towards his own bio upgrades. Tim, combat shields. Yan getting double E-base. And again, despite Elivolts getting the faster natural and the faster third CC, he is behind worker-wise, behind economically. Even here, I'm not seeing workers in production. There we go, just now making them. Did miss another SCV cycle. Here we go. Yeah, and he's moving out. Now, when it comes to the main armies, when it comes to the main fight, a lot of this comes down to positional play. Yeti's up by one tank, which is nice and all, but it all depends on who's able to siege up first, the angle of attack, the engagement itself. You can be down in supply, down 20-30 supply, but if you're the first to siege, if you're able to outposition your opponents in TvT, then you can still take a better fight. What does kind of bypass all of that is Ravens. As you can imagine, Ravens with the disables, they don't care about who sieges first, they just disable whatever they can. And you can break through nonetheless. Vikings, they will zone. Nicely done. Speaking of Ravens, they are denied. You know, drop into the main, just the Marines and Cyclones once again. Yes, here we go. 9 SCV kills, drop into the main base. Workers going to be going down. At the same time, Yan pulling away. But still getting quite a lot already here. Takes out the Viking. Viking goes down, came with the production as well, getting a tank. Yeah, in the end, the drop will fall, but that was still worth it. At the same time, looks like Elivolts did take down some of the Ravens at least. But Yan still containing his opponent throughout. Behind all of this, Yan is on 3 bases. His third base is up and running, fully saturated. Was able to deal nice economic damage in the main. And here he pulls back, he builds up. Takes a greater supply lead, and all that Yan has to do is just delay / deny the third base. I just wake up. You just wake up. This is nice to contain. 4th CC on the way. He's getting that 4th CC. And he breaks out. Now, did bleed out his Ravens earlier, so he doesn't really have as much dive potential. But because of his supply lead, he might just tank some shots. He might just go in anyway. Take an inefficient fight and break through. Elivolts once again the first to siege. Does set up at his third. Zones away Yan. So it does rotate. Rotating once again. Still has a massive fly lead. Again, it's still not easy pushing into all these tanks though. He does have air control. Elivolts trying to keep up. He only has the 2 Vikings. Yeah, just opening up another attack path. Yeah, still looking for a way in. Oh! Oh, drags you out within range. Massive tank shots. Elivolts bleeds out a lot of bio, a lot of Marines. Medivac, almost another Viking. Yan does have some disables available with the Raven, so he can break this. Oh god, god. Oh god. He could. But as you can see here, it's just not easy to break a siege like this. Oh, with the Raven he could. But now taking it slow. Baits out the stim. The second wave has arrived. And getting to 3-3. Triple expanding. Again, just taking full advantage of his map control. Of his contain. From here he can just stim in. You know, now working on a fusion core, working towards liberators. Meanwhile, Elivolts, he does actually slip by. Let's go. And Liberation has arrived. And this is why air control is so important in TvT. What is the answer? There's too much freedom. There's too much. 1, 2, 3 tank kills. Elivolts, he tries to slip by, but he gets spotted. Yan stims in, better upgrades. And he just cleans up all the Marines, shuts them down. GG gets called, and Yan, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Yan will take the game again. Yan, a very young player in Brazil. I want to say nowadays like 18-ish years old, still very young. I think maybe just now finishing up high school, but a lot of potential as a player. As I mentioned before, really unfortunate that he got knocked down early on just because he was in a really brutal group, but he's looking to try to redeem himself here and try to work his way back up in through that lower bracket, and we'll see if he can. So far, it does take a lead against Elivolts, but we're now getting ready for that second game, and we'll see how Elivolts will adjust things here. So yeah, we'll adjust. Last game, we had Elivolts go for more economic builds, but in the end, he couldn't quite take advantage or make a leverage, or use that to his leverage and try to take that economic advantage. He did fall behind quite early on, losing SCVs and struggling when it comes to making workers. So we could see something more aggressive here instead. We'll see. We shall see. As game 2 is going to be on Ultra Love. Ultra Love is one of the smaller maps of the map pool. It's a smaller map, but has a very defendable 3rd and 4th base. There's a lot of choke points, a lot of ramps as well. We have seen a lot of late game on Ultra Love, so we could see that again. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Power Toxic. It is Elivolts. One of these days, baby. One of these. There we go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have for Team Hellfire, the Brazilian Terran player, the challenger, leading the series 1-0. It is Yan. Here we go. Okay, there's a bit of history between the two players. They've faced off once before in Convergence Cup number 22, where Yan did take down Elivolts 2-0. I said this before, I said it again, I love the little graphic that they use to show the head-to-head. I would love to incorporate that into our own broadcast somehow. using like the elite like API or something. I can see where it can get a little bit finicky when it comes to players with the same IDs. But I imagine that's very possible. Just thinking ways to do it. But yeah, one day. Maybe later this year. We'll get it going. As of now, do you have Yan once again double gas open out Yan once again a faster CC out of Elivolts. So we have the same mirrored openers that we saw last time, last game, with Yan being more aggressive and getting a faster factory, with Elivolts being more economic and getting a faster command center. So we'll see if Elivolts can tighten up his defense this time and minimize losses. So far the Reaper does poke in. Elivolts is keeping up. A bunker is on the way, with the bunker on the low ground. And the same opener, Reactor Reaper Hellion. So we're not really adjusting too much. If you remember, this was Reactor Reaper Hellion, and this led into a Cyclone drop from the side of Yan. We'll see if he does the same. See if he does the same. So now Yan moving out. Does surrender the natural. So far SimCity is solid though, let's go. Didn't realize, but the Reaper Cliff is fully walled off. Last side is not stopping Yan, he's still trying to break through, going for the depot. Depot is being targeted down. And there's not much to work with here. We have a couple Marines popping out. Hellion towards the natural, depot is gonna go down. Yan just brute forcing it. See Elivolts replacing that depot. Does replace, tank has arrived. And we can see that Yan this time does not follow up with the Cyclone drop. We have Ravens on the way and tanks on the way earlier on instead. I mean, I would say that his Cyclone drop did quite a lot of damage last game. Did quite a lot throughout the course the entire game even, as he did preserve it. But this time Yan going for a stronger and earlier tank push. Does take a different approach. As Yan is setting up. Third CC's on the way for our blue Terran on location. Elivolts staying back home. Building up himself. Going for Reactor and Medivacs. Elivolts looking to go for some drop play. Okay. Does delay the CC. Does delay. Is where the Ravens. Upon seeing the Ravens, I don't think that Elivolts can actually do much across the map, I'll be honest. He's where the disables, and even if he's able to get a drop off, I mean, he's still going. Let's go! Let's go! It's all or nothing. We're setting up for the Doom drop. It's going to be 4 tanks. Bunch of fire. This is hyper committed from Elivolts. It's his entire... He has nothing else back at home. He's just sending it. Let's go. As he's moving out. Yeah, and we'll see if he can, we'll see if he's going to be in position for this. Right now, Yan, he has his Reaper Hellion patrolling outside of the natural. Meanwhile, his main army is parked at his own natural base. Elivolts waiting for his moment. I'm not too certain what Elivolts did say. No fluent in Portuguese. No rush 7. Let's go. 2 drops coming in. Does go for the tank. Ooh, does unload. Unloads into siege tanks. The Master Sable. Getting 1, getting 2 tanks. And with that, the Elivolts, he does break through. Does break through into the main. He still has 3 tanks left over. Vikings, they will land. And in the end, he will clean this up. He will clean this up. It was all or nothing here for Elivolts. He sent everything into the natural. And he somewhat trades. He gets a couple of tanks, gets a marine. He's saying I lost. That I understand. Barely, TT. I mean, again, like it was borderline all in, right? It was just all or nothing. Massive Doom drop, 4 tanks. Did not trade well enough. But Elivolt's still gonna play it out. Let's go. Meanwhile, Yan playing mech. Jesus, I just realized. I didn't realize that he had gotten another factory, but yeah, Yan, he is making it up, going into more factories, going pure tank Viking Raven. There are a handful of Marines from the early game, but that's definitely the early game. Nice catch from Elivolts. Takes down the Reapers. Okay. Yo, we're still in this. And Elivolts is down 2 bases. That's not helping. That's not helping, but he's doing what he can. He's hunting down Ravens. Hunting down any key air units. Doesn't quite find any. He's pushing towards the left-hand side, and the reality here is that Yan, he does have the larger army supply, but he's spread thin. Right, spread between his natural, between his 3rd, between his 4th base as well. Yan also doesn't... never mind. I was gonna say he doesn't have eyes on the main army, but he does spot Elivolts. Now he's repositioning. Repositioning. So far, Yan keeping up. Let's see, rotates over towards the right hand side. I mean, supply wise, he's actually not in a bad position. Like, he's equivalent when it comes to workers. He's down what, 20 army supply, which is manageable if it wasn't pure tank. That's a lot of tanks. No. So Raven goes down. Elivolts teaching over the high grounds, catching out some cast geysers. So he does not have the Viking lead, has to be careful. And better by swing down. Oh, and the bio army tried with tried within range. Tanks, they shut down the bio. Is breaking out. And again, looking at this game, you would not notice that Elivolts, he did go for a Doom drop earlier and lost everything. He has a comparable army size, but it's the problem here is that he's up against mech. It's a pure mech army. And moving in, he has the high ground, he does that position, he's the first to siege. And they will break through those tanks. Likewise, getting within range here of the CC. Elivolts, who will barely win the fight in the sky, takes down the Liberators, takes down the Vikings. We will lose control of the base. Yan behind this on 94 SCVs. Once again, double expanding. So we have Marauders catching some reinforcements. Some nice little pickups here and there from Elivolts. Getting another tank. Again, Marauders, they can trade well. Trade well. They're better finding another 2 tanks. And we've been here before in the last game where it can just be so difficult in TvT to break a siege line even when you're up in supply. It's not an easy thing to do. Last game we saw that Yan did do it predicated off the fact that he had those liberators, so he could actually just dominate the ground and force on sieges. Here he doesn't really have that control anymore. He tried to earlier, as you saw, he was getting liberators, but alas, did lose the fight in the sky. Yeah, and also lacking upgrades. The main armies are about to clash. Oh, no, doors are here. Here to support the air. Door shots going up. Alas, we do see Elivolts take down all the Vikings. Going for his own liberators, okay. He is fighting back. Takes down one of the tanks. Again, doesn't trade too poorly. Does stim in, but he cannot stim into the siege line. Yeah, Vikings is one thing. Does end the Vikings, and he does break through a couple of tanks. Still a rough trade though. And in the end, he will maintain the high ground. He resets the Viking count. He can now land. And that was not the fight to take. Elivolts just getting a little bit too impatient. GG gets called. Bada ends. And with that, Yan, he will take the series 2-0. Advancing on to the next round. GG. And my condolences to Elivolts. Elivolts, he's going to be eliminated from the tournament. But Yan, he will continue his run. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Yan. Again, Yan, he came in as the favorite player. Shout out to Elivolts, so again, he had some cheeky builds up his sleeve. I say cheeky builds, some interesting styles in game 2 at least when it came to the initial Doom drop. But alas, in the end, Yan did take it. Now we're getting ready for our next series here. Now we're taking a break from the lower bracket. We're moving up to the upper bracket. Here we go. Now we get the big names facing off. There's not a best of 3. There's a best of 5. Best of 5 here between Inexorable and Master. After this, best of 5 between Eric and Shakti. Let's go.